Hello, my dear students. It is the fifth part of this chapter, I/O organization. We'll learn now what is handshaking method in asynchronous data transfer. It is also categorized into two types. One is source initiated, another is destination initiated. Why this name handshaking method? See, handshake is possible only when two hands are shaken together. Right. That means here it is a two-way communication, whereas in stroke pulse method it was a one-way communication. How? Source unit was sending data, source unit also sends data valid or strobe signal, a poking signal. So it was a one-way communication. But in case of source initiated or destination initiated handshaking method, it is a two-way communication. Let's see how. Via a block diagram. Source, this is destination. Since it is source initiated, then we have already known that source has to initiate the transmission. That means source unit places data on data bus. Source unit has to poke destination unit saying that I have sent you data, please accept it. In case of strobe pulse method, the name was strobe. But in case of handshaking method, this poking signal's name is data valid. Right? Now, since it is a two-way communication, since it is handshaking method, then destination unit must respond to source unit, and it responds to source unit saying that I have successfully accepted your data and I am responding you via data accepted signal. Got it? So what's happening here? Since it is source initiated, source unit is placing data on data bus. Also, source unit sends a data valid signal to destination unit. It is nothing but a poking signal that I have sent you data, please accept it. And after getting the data, destination unit responds to source unit by data accepted signal. Now we'll see the sequence of events. This is another kind of diagram. This is source unit. This is destination unit. First of all, source unit places data on data bus. Then what does it do? It enables data valid. This is the initial state. Then what is to be done? Destination unit accepts data from data bus and it sends data accepted. Now its source unit's turn. It disables the data valid signal because it has got the acceptance signal. So source unit will disable the data valid as well as it will invalidate data from data bus. And now it is destination unit's turn. What he has to do? Destination unit disables data accepted. That's it. Also, it is ready for new data. Initial state. Done. With the help of this sequence of steps, now we have to draw the timing diagram. How? This is a timing diagram. Three signals are there. One is data bus, one is data valid, another is data accepted. Now take help of this diagram. What is the first thing to do? It places data on data bus, then enables data valid. Same as strobe pulse method. Since it is source initiated, data bus will be sending data first. So I am drawing the rising edge of data bus first. After that, source unit sends data valid signal. That's why I'm drawing the rising edge of data valid after data bus, right? What is the next step to do? Accept data from bus and enable data accepted. So third thing to do is to draw the rising edge of data accepted signal, right? What is the next thing to do? Who will be falling first? Third thing is disable data valid and invalidate data on data bus. So I'll draw the data valids falling edge first, then data bus. I have already explained this thing in strobe pulse method. And what will be the next thing to do? Disable data accepted. After that, right? So it is valid data. Now we have to point out the sequence. This is the first thing we have drawn. Second is data valid. So mark this. Third, data accepted. Fourth, this data valids falling edge. Next is this. Done.